Seems to be empty.
That will be why the gearbox is shitting itself, because there's no gearbox oil in it. Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Now in today's video we are doing the brakes on the Yaris. My mate's here, I'm in a bit of a rush, I feel like shit. Anyway, let's get on. I think they are pretty new. Right, wheels are off, well front ones anyway. You can see both sides. We're also going to paint the calipers as well whilst we're at it, in a nice magical colour. So what's the first task? Getting the caliper
taking
off?
the calipers off.
How easy is that going to be?
Really easy. Take it off on the sliders.
Yep.
These two bolts here.
Yep.
Pull it off, take your brake pads out, and then we're going to take the carrier off, which is this second part here.
Yep.
And then we'll have access to get the disc off.
Cool.
Pretty straightforward.
I haven't bought no tripod or anything with me, so old school filming.
Don't show my tool bag.
Nanny Sue here. Bloody hell. Right, once we found... Oh wait, found tools? Yeah, no? Bloody hell, it's busy here. Once we found the tools, I'll get back. Right, so here we are, back at it. What size stuff are we using?
So we're using a 14mm for the back and a 16mm for the retaining clips in here.
Alright.
And then you just take your bolts off. And then with a bit of that, you just slide that off.
Like that?
There you go.
Bloody hell. And there's the pads. Oh, that's
pretty straightforward.
That's not the pad.
No.
That's the pad. If they want to slide out.
Yeah, we'll probably have to get a screwdriver in there just to pull them out.
Pads, oh they will. Pads are, fucking hell, them pads are barely used.
They're pretty new. So yeah, you just
why do they not work? Then we get on with some painting. Where's a pot of paint?
They probably do work. I mean, they're pretty meaty, but...
Yeah, Cadbury purple is what we're going for, paint-wise. We need to clean these up, don't we?
Yeah, so we're going to get that off, and then you're going to scrub.
Cool, let's do that.
Should be.
I have to start stripping. What is it? It's 17mm for the back.
17mm for the back, yeah. I always loosen off the top one first, and then completely undo the bottom one, because otherwise it likes to move about quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it can be a little bit difficult to take it off. So I've unloosened the top one. See how well the bottom one comes off.
If you take that caliper off, is it going to leak brake fluid? Because I don't have brake fluid.
I've got plenty of brake fluid, but no.
Oh, you've got brake fluid? Sick. Yeah. So we're going to do brake fluid stuff as well?
Potentially, but I haven't got my...
bleeder.
I haven't got my pressure bleed kit.
It's not bad.
Yeah, always make sure you take off your socket before you actually take the bolt off, just in case it gets stuck inside the socket.
I hate it when that happens, you have to smash it on the floor. Yeah. That's my way of getting it off anyway.
Well, you don't want to cause any damage to the bolt either.
No.
You know, because unless you're going to go and buy a complete new set without a set of wheels, you ain't going to be able to do that.
No.
So take the bottom one off, then the top one's free moving. I've worn the wrong clothes for this.
What, you worn your nice stuff?
I've worn the nice top, yeah.
Fuck's sake. You always do this when you work on cars.
I always do it. That's why I don't have any nice clothes anymore. There you go. And that's your hub assembly off.
Cool.
So just obviously put all your bolts somewhere
safe.
Somewhere safe, and then we'll give them a good clean up after as well.
Cool.
So yeah, you can start cleaning.
Scrubbing. They're dirty.
Get yourself an old toothbrush and you'll be alright.
Toothbrush?
And then your disc just slides right off.
Sick. And just going to go over everything that I bought. So in here are the discs, front and back. They're M-Tech dimpled and grooved discs. But then I've got some Padgett pads over here. And I do have two of these. These are Gearbox oil to try and sort that grinding sound out. I do have two of these. The other one's in another box. But Castrol manual transmission fluid, 75W90 Gal 4 I think I've got. Yeah. Hello. There's the colour of the paint. It's Cadbury purple. Gonna get it on this bit, see how it turns out. And then I need to go under there and clean the caliper. Right, so this is the first coat done. It don't look spectacular at the moment, the red's still shining through a little. Done it on there as well, but it's obviously facing the wrong way. So once that's all dried up a bit, I'm gonna go over it with one more coat and that should be about it. And then obviously I need to move on to the other side. What's going on around here?
Oh, just disassembled the brake system, as it were. Again, ready for you to clean it.
Yep.
Just cleaning up around the hub now. And then we're good to put everything back on once you painted everything.
Cool. Right, so here we are, the brakes. Like I said, these are dimpled, as you can see, and grooved. So the reason why I went for dimpled and not drilled is because drilled ones crack under heat, don't they? And pressure.
Yeah.
When you're hooning around a track, so I didn't want that, so I went for dimpled and grooved, keeps them cool. And then there's the rear ones as well, so
also vented, obviously,
so
keep them nice and cool.
Bloody hell. And then I need to go over these painty bits in a bit again, but they are looking mental. Let's get them on.
They're looking good.
Right, yeah, then, so we've got the first disc in place, which looks sick. And then you're just cleaning up the sliders, aren't you? Because the new pads didn't come with any new sliders. So, what are you using? Just flathead screwdriver?
Just a flathead screwdriver. I forgot my my wire brush, but yeah, just a flathead screwdriver just to get any old brake residue off there. But then we're going to put copper grease on them anyway to help them slide.
Yeah.
And stop any squeaking that might happen. So, but I mean, they come with the backing plates, but we're still going to put these ones on there again as well.
Yeah.
You know, just because.
Yeah.
So
look at them, brand new pads.
Yeah, if you look at the comparison that you've got, you know, they're pretty meaty. Your old ones aren't really too far off. I don't know what brand they are because I can't really tell, but they're not too far off, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going Paget. Where's the box? I don't know what fucking SKU or anything is. This is the box of the front ones. There's all the information for it. So yeah, there we go, that's what we're using, these Paget ones. We've got the same for the back, which are, fucking hell, I almost touched the paint, which is down there. So yeah, just gonna go and get these fitted. I'm gonna carry on painting and stuff like that, and then see what else goes on. Rightio, so it's been a bit of a while. I've given that another coat, he's given that one another coat down there. It's not the best of jobs, but hey ho. That's another coat, the other caliper's another coat. Paint's still there because we've got to do the back ones in a bit. But yeah, what is it we're doing now then?
So we are going to compress the piston back in. So when we set the brake pads in onto the disc in the caliper, they'll sit on there nice and tight. So we've got our piston winder, but it also compresses. All you do is you put that up against the oh, it will fit, that's all right. You put that up against the caliper and the piston. So just like that. You put your backing plate in there and then you tighten it up to where it needs to be. Try not to mess your paint up.
Yeah, the paint job ain't the best job, but it's what you can see, not what's behind it.
So you want to make sure that that's sort of fairly tight, and then you just push it back round. Maybe not a good idea to be doing this right now because the paint's not completely dry yet, so we might have to go over with another thing. Right. But obviously, yeah, you just push your piston in, and then it should be nice and easy when you reset the brakes. But when you do it, always make sure that you take the reservoir cap off on the reservoir because you're pushing fluid back into the system. So you want to check and make sure that you're not overfilling.
Yeah, I hope you guys did hear that, but essentially I'll repeat it very briefly. Take it off because then otherwise, what is it? You'll be pushing pressure back into the system.
You're putting pressure back into the system, and if you don't take it off, then you know it's just going to leak out everywhere. You just want to monitor it and make sure it's not pissing out everywhere, really.
Yeah, hopefully you did hear that, but yeah, that's the reason why. So that's all off, and oh, it's coming together so nicely. I can't wait to get this on track now. Really can't. Right, so yeah, we've pushed it back in, and what was it you were saying? You know that you're at the point when you can't push it back any further.
Yeah, because it's nice and tight.
So that's how it should look. It should sit near enough flush. So that's how it's going to look.
But also what you want to do as well is when you're pushing your pistons back in is make sure your rubbers aren't sort of twisting up in the piston itself, because if they start splitting then you're going to leak fluid out everywhere and you're just going to have to rebuild the caliper.
Yeah.
So it's always good just to make sure that they're not twisting, and if they do twist, sometimes you can get like a little flathead in there and just sort of pry it apart a little bit, and that usually works pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right, let's get this back together and see how it looks. Rightio then, so sliders are back in. Now we're putting some copper grease on the, where are we putting it?
So we're putting it on the slider, because it tends to stop sort of any squeaking or noises when they're obviously being compressed. So it just makes them slide a bit better, and on the backs, so they don't stick onto the calipers, onto the piston. Sorry, it just makes things a lot better, really.
Yeah.
And then you can slide them on.
Fucking hell, so much paint down on the floor. I feel bad.
With a bit of luck, it's going to slide back on quite nicely.
Would like to think so. There we go. In like a glove.
There you go.
And then do
again,
you just
you do the same for the other side as well.
do you smoothen the copper grease out across the back, or do you just leave it where it is?
No, I tend to leave it in just a clump, because over time it's just going to press on itself anyway and just sort of like make a nice surface. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just stops it from sticking. You
Yeah.
know. You don't want it to stick, because then you'll end up losing brakes, and nobody wants that. Especially when you're on a track.
Especially when you've got solid 105 horsepower under your right foot and you're going to kill yourself.
That's it.
I've got more chance of killing dog poo.
I think you do.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to finish getting this back together, and then I'll show you how it all looks when it's back on. So that's the first bit reassembled and the caliper painted. Now we've got to do the other side. Kids in the way and stuff. Yeah, now we've got to do the other side. It is amazing the difference though between like a standard brake disc and a standard brake disc and one for track. Nice. Let's get going. Right, so here they are, back together. Well, the wheels ain't done up properly yet, but they're on, and that's what it looks like. Other side's back together as well. Loads of parts and stuff. Yeah, other side's on. Still got the back ones to do. As you can see, there's the back ones. Still got them to do. They're still red as well. But yeah, things are coming along nicely. We should be done soon. What is it we're doing now? We're doing tranny fluid now, aren't we?
Yes.
Right, so we're now doing gearbox fluid or oil because of that grinding sound. We're going to at least try a gearbox oil change and see if that does stuff. If it don't, then I'm going to cry.
If not, then your synchros are a bit messed up. But
If not, then they'll be on flipping Facebook and anyone got a gearbox?
everything right for sale.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to get on with doing the gearbox oil. Oh, this is awkward. Right, that is not coolant, that's energy drink for a start. But what we are now doing is we're taking this under tray off because we need to get to the gearbox to do the gearbox oil flush. It seems relatively straightforward. The only issue we're likely to have is the fill hole, isn't it?
Fill hole, yeah, and probably some of these bolts are going to be seized on. It depends on how long ago the transmission fluid was changed.
Don't ask me, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's probably not been changed in a long time, so hopefully nothing strips or threads.
Yeah.
And we should be alright.
If it does, then we've got issues and this car ain't moving. I don't think.
But no, we should be fine. We should be fine.
Fingers crossed.
If not, you know, trip down to Euro car parts to get some new bolts and you're pretty good.
How are we supposed to get down there?
In my car.
Are they even open at this time?
I don't know, I don't think so. I think they close at 8, don't they?
Something like
Or
that.
6.
Something like that. Trip to B&Q. Right, I'll catch you guys up once we got this all off. Right, so there's the cover off. Let's go back under. Oh, I feel like I'm 85 years old. Right, so there's the gearbox. And then where is it we're going? I can't.
This one's the drain plug. This bowl here. I
Yep.
don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
And then this is your infill point. So when you're filling them up, Obviously you got to try and find a way of getting it in there, but when you fill it out, you know when it's full is when it starts to sort of seep out.
You know you've climaxed when you get a bit of seepage, guys.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's the drain part. That's where we're going to drain from. And yeah, it should be 2 litres in there, but obviously you're not going to completely get 2 litres out. So we shall see.
Fingers crossed.
We shall see what happens.
I'm going to keep it rolling and then I'll let you do the honours. Here we go, here comes nothing.
This is on the tight. God fucking hell.
Oh. We are. What way is that going to seep? Going to seep down, innit?
Yeah.
Or is it going to squirt out like fucking sumps do?
No, it shouldn't do. I'm a bit concerned that nothing's coming out at the moment though.
Uh-oh, that might be the reason why it's grinding.
Seems to be empty.
That will be why the gearbox is shitting itself, because there's no gearbox oil in it. Oh, for God's sake! How has that happened?
Yeah, so if you end up with overeating problems, that's usually why, because you've got no gearbox oil in there.
Right, so that leads us on to another question. Where's the gearbox oil gone?
Pass, it's leaked out somewhere. Well, I can't see anywhere that it's going to be leaking from. But even the bolt's pretty dry. There seems to be nothing in there.
Okay, then. Right, I don't owe you a new washing up bowl. I found out why it's grinding. Yeah.
So what we're going to do now though is obviously try and modify a bottle with a piece of pipe, because trying to get this up in there is going to be a pretty impossible task. So
The kid's nicking my car keys. Right, ain't that a squirty magic on the top anyway?
it is, but when I can open it.
Please don't break my car keys, kiddo. Please don't.
Oh,
Ah!
that seems to be as far as your squirty thingy majiggy opens. So yeah,
We'll get our vacuum line and
then we'll see what we can do.
make it squirt even more.
That's it.
Right, let's crack to it.
What I'm thinking is,
So after establishing we've got a dry tranny, we've used some vacuum line, and is it working or not?
yeah, kinda, but obviously we still need some height. So what I'm thinking is if Zach can go up the top with the bottle, and I'll aim it into the hole here, and then he squeeze this from the top, and obviously we have gravity on our side then.
Right, let's do that.
So we shall give it a go. I'm going to give you a longer bit of pipe.
Oh, this is a very long pipe.
Oh.
Mama Shabba. Now my house keys are getting thrown everywhere.
So if you hold that, but you need to hold that with your finger as well.
Right.
Actually, no, just feed it down there.
Right.
As much as you can. Obviously I can't see, so.
Yeah, I've got fucking... Right, 2 secs. Had to feed it all the way down to where Andy is, down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this upside down, awkwardly with one hand, and squeeze. Right, I'm squeezing.
Does it feel like it's going through?
I guess so.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of moisture in there, so that's good.
I've got a feeling this is going to take a while, but this is how we're doing it. We're literally feeding it through the engine bay of the car. So I'm going to catch up with you in a bit. Right, quick mistake. What have we done?
We've tried emptying it from the infill point. So we've taken off the exit point, which is at the back of the gearbox towards the near side drive shaft, and obviously now it's all draining. But if you, I don't know if you're going to be able to see in there.
It's black.
But it's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, to be honest. So it's a good thing that we're changing it.
Right. So there we go, all sorted. So now hopefully this tranny fluid should start going in. Tranny fluid is done. We ended up changing our technique. We ended up tipping half of the bottle over the floor. Thankfully I had 2 bottles, so we tipped like half of one bottle over the floor because some div drilled holes in the bottom of that to use it as a feed, and then I tipped it up and it went everywhere, and it was bad.
Some div didn't communicate with the other div.
Yeah, some div didn't communicate with the other div, so then we modified our pipe thing. This is a fucking intake pipe that leads to like another like intake pipe thing, and then I was standing there tipping it, and yeah, this has been a laugh, never to say the least. But our tranny is there, so I'll be taking it on a test drive tomorrow, more than likely. But yes, we're there. There we are. This is what I was on about our makeshift feed. But yeah, now it's front brakes are done, but the wheels need tightening. Now it's rear brakes, tranny fluid's done. I can finally see the end of this. It is getting bloody dark as well. Look at that sky. Ooh, I like it over there. That looks mental. But yeah, this has been a laugh. There we are. This is a tranny fluid that came out. We did find it. Can you see any shards? Does it feel gritty?
No, I won't put your hands in there.
Doesn't feel gritty. It feels quite smooth.
But still though, never put your hands in transmission oil because it will burn you.
Good.
But yeah, no, it looks okay.
It's all smooth on touch. I'm gonna
Couple of bubbles in there.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Brilliant. So now I'm gonna keep this on film so you guys don't rage and moan. Look, here's a dirty rag, you dirty slag.
Oh.
Let's
start the car up in a minute and just
cycle through the gears.
cycle through the gears.
Right. That's that done. Wipe it on the shit jacket.
Obviously don't accelerate, just cycle through.
Right, let's do this, shall we? The wheels ain't gonna fly off because they're not done up properly, are they?
No, you're not gonna go at any speed.
Right.
Is that side done up enough?
Yeah, it should be done up enough. I did it up, so it's probably not done up enough. Right.
What are you doing?
We have spinach. Ready? Right. First, releasing the clutch. Releasing the clutch. Yeah? Second. This is really weird. We're doing 20.
Yeah, go on.
Third. We're now doing 25. Fourth. Now up to just over 30. Fifth. Oh, the car's shaking. We're now doing 40. Down in the gears. Right. Fourth. Right, so that exercise there that we was just doing, that really long clip, was just cycling through the gears, making sure everything's all right. The gears feel fine from the car. It did concern me when he told me to put it back in reverse and all that sort of stuff. I thought there was something wrong, but all he was doing, oh god, all he was doing was checking for like grinds and stuff like that, which there isn't any. So everything seems to be working all right. So that means we're on to the last task.
Yeah, you're also checking for any leaks as well when you do that. You cycle through the gears and make sure that there's no leaks coming from the plugs.
Yeah.
Because if you're leaking, you don't want to be leaking.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we're safe, we're good.
So now we're on to doing the rear brakes, which means dropping the front of the car, propping the rear of the car up. So let's get that done. Bloody hell, what a day. So everything front end is now done. We're gonna go around to the back. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Oh, this has been a bummer of a day. Right, I've tidied up a little. We've got tranny fluid everywhere. Rubbish, putting the old tranny fluid in them. Because we can't leave it in the washing up bowl. Rear brakes, paint, rear brake pads, my axle stand box, the old brakes. So things are getting places, slowly but surely. Yeah, now just onto the rears, which the rear's easy to do. You jack it up on the main beam, axle stand it either side, and we'll just do it like that. Yeah, I just want to get this done now. But it's coming together nicely, so that's all good. Alright, as you can see, it's very dark. We cannot see anything. His phone's dead, so we've got no flashlight. My phone's left for recording, so we're working in the dark pretty much. This side ain't going to be too bad because it's under the street lamp. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get the brakes off and on. I probably won't film much of it because it is getting dark. And then we're literally just going to take it up the road and back. And that's it pretty much. But yeah, it's been a successful day. Well, evening. So yeah, let's see what happens. Like I said, I probably won't film too much. Right, what size bolts and stuff are we doing? We'll do a quick bolt check, whatever.
So we are, I think there's 17 on the actual caliper itself to remove the caliper from the carrier, and then I think it is a 14 for the. Hold on, I can't actually see.
Yeah, we literally can't see anything. Could well be 17 again. I don't know. So basically, there's bolt sizes back here, and one of them's a 17. But yeah, like I said, I really don't want to. Well, I do want to film more, but because of the quality of the video, I'm probably not going to film much more. We'll get the calipers painted as well, but I'll do that off camera. And yeah, once the new calipers are on, new discs and stuff are on, I'll give you an update. Right, we are seriously running out of daylight now. We've got a stuck pin, which we're trying to get out. I've managed to find some torches and stuff, so he's got a head torch on. But yeah, we've got a stuck pin. This is the only thing that's holding us back now. So hopefully we can get this off and get it all sorted. It's not moving at all, is it?
Nope.
Golly, this is not good. Bloody hell. Looks like it's getting some movement now.
Yeah, you got up and down movement a little bit, but
nothing poking it through.
Where's the other pin?
Ah, you're gonna smash it through with that.
I'm gonna try. It would be better if I had a hammer, but unfortunately I don't own hammers in my life anymore.
It's literally not fucking moving. Oh, I saw it wiggle a little.
Got a little bit of movement there.
Right, we're just going to crack on with this. I'm running out of battery on the phone, running out of patience, and I'm getting tired, so we're just going to smash this out, get it done. Right, we have some good news. It's off! It is off!
But it's dry.
But she's dry as a nun's clacker. So... yeah, she's off. We're going to tidy stuff up, get the fucking disc done. Oh, I'm getting tired, man. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. I'm not far off finishing now. Let's go. We're legit just working into the night. We've got the first rear disc on. And caliper. Let me grab my handy dandy spray booth light. Caliper is painted. Yeah. Literally, we're working with this shitty torch, a head torch, and it's legit just pitch black. Oh, the joys of working on cars, eh? The joys of working on cars. Right, anyway, that's a quick little update for you. Right, I've actually used the flash on the phone, which I really don't like doing. This side's back together, as you can see. It's not looking too shabby. All good. Just need to get the wheel on. We had a bit of issue, as I said on the video, this side. Well, it's going on now. It's a drum handbrake thing, which looks really odd. As you can see, there's the drum brake there, but it's actually a disc. We're literally just, yeah, we're not even going to bother filming much more. We're just literally going to get it done. We've been working on this since about, what, 6? And it's now
6, yeah.
It's now gone 10. So it's taken quite a while, but I'm absolutely knackered. He's got work at like 5 in the morning, so we're literally just trying to plough through to get it all done now. So once this is sides back together, I'll give you a quick update, and that's about it. In fact, guys, I've just filmed that clip. My phone's just told me it's on 8% battery, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to outro the video now. We're going to get this side put back together, take the car around the block, and call it a night. We shouldn't be much longer now anyway. Fucking hell, you can see how dark it is. I can't even get myself in focus. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.